lovelies, DS Bookie here, and today I am actually going to be doing a book review of the book A Torch Against the Night by Sabata here. Yay! If you do not know, A Torch Against the Night is the second book in the Ember in the Ashes series. So this is the first book, really pretty. Second book, super pretty too. The third book is actually coming out soonish. Are high fantasy novels following the first book follows two characters, Leia and Elias, and it's them having to deal with this world that's kind of a dictatorship. So that's the first book. If you have not picked up this book, do so now. So now on to A Torch Against the Night. Now this is the sequel, so it's following the aftermath of all the craziness that happened in the first book, the trials and all that. And this is where Leia and Elias and now Helene all have to kind of fight with and for and against each other, kind of all at the same time, which is insane. But you're getting the three different points of view from Leia, Elias, and Helene on their adventures through the Empire, and it's honestly, it's kind of terrifying. This actually took me like 6 months to read just because I didn't want to finish it because I knew I would have to wait even longer for the next book to come out. I started reading this in February of this year and I finished it in June. So like 5 months, but still, took me a long time to read this, but I love it. It's so good. So yeah, real dark, real twisted. If you haven't read it, go read it now because I'm about to start spoilers for this book. So read it. It's really good. So since you have already read it, now I'm going to talk about my experiences of reading the book. Holy crap. Okay, so the magical elements in An Ember in the Ashes were they were there. They were kind of okay, what's happening? But it was more of an introduction into this whole world and giving little hints that there are darker forces and darker things that are happening in this world that we're going to expect in the rest of the series. Now this book kind of expanded that, so we're getting a lot more of the magic and all of that. So Leia has her invisibility, which nobody really knows what the hell is going on with that. Elias is dying and meets up with the soul catcher who introduces all of this other stuff, so it's the actual other world, where the dead go before they pass on to their final destinations. Both of these things combined with the all terrible creepiness that the Commandant is working with, which I still don't know what the hell is going on with that. I don't really want to know, but I do, and it's terrifying and interesting and weird all at once, and I'm really excited to be able to see where that's going in the next book, which is coming out towards the end of this year, I believe, so yay. So yeah, I really loved the character development of all of our favorites. So Helene getting more of her personality than just being the best friend of Elias. She has her own desires. She has her own inner workings of her life, which are super messed up. The fact that she has to go hunt the person that she loves, the fact that she has to do the bidding of this sadistic asshole who's threatening her family and who ends up killing a lot of her family. Both of these things make her into not a villain, but she's also not really a hero, which I really like. She's in that middle ground between the two. She has to do what she does, and there's no getting around that, but also what she does is not what she wants to do. So yeah, that's really cool. Leia is standing up for herself more. She's becoming less of a lovesick, not that she ever was a lovesick girl, but she's not really relying on her emotions as much. She's like, I need to do this to help my people. I need to save my brother. I don't really want to have time for this, like, love triangle bullshit, but and then Elias, he's really cool too, just because, like, he's Elias. He's willing to sacrifice himself for the girl that he loves and the survival of the people that he's trying to help, which was all really cool. And I respect him so much for that. Helene in the first book, I wasn't really a fan of her. She was kind of annoying. She was like, oh, I'm holier than thou. You have to do this and this and this, or else, like, I will never forgive you. Granted, she's still pissed off at Elias, but she still has that tenderness in her heart for him. But yeah, she's just so strong, so badass, and so persistent. I hate Keenan, though. I never trusted him. I promise you that I never trusted him, this little ginger demon. And the stuff that happens with him and her is just so heartbreaking, because she's like, I'm trusting you with this piece of my family that I cherish with all of my heart. And then he's just like, bye bitch, I'ma go destroy everything now, because I'm actually this evil person who's, like, gonna kill everyone. I don't like Keenan at all. Sabah, you did amazing at kind of giving hints to not trust him, and then the whole reveal of just like, I knew it! I knew that you sucked! And I was right, so yeah, that was really fun. Elias is a cinnamon roll too precious for this world, and yes, I understand that he is no longer really in this world. He's in the other world, so yeah, the fact that he's now the soul catcher and he has to deal with all the dead people, that's spooky. Kind of feel bad for him on that. The fact that his mom freaking killed him? Yeah, that's not cool. Not cool at all. But he handled it well. Like, the soul catcher herself, like, the original soul catcher, like, I love her. She's great. She's just like, yeah, you're gonna do this for me, and I'll just let you out over by Cough, but, you know, you have to make him go over to the other side, because he's bugging the hell out of me. He's, Taz and B, who are both in Cough themselves after, Elias gets captured, and tortured. Fun! I don't like thinking of that, but, you know, whatever. But Taz and B were so great. I hated whenever they got hurt. Like, it hurt my heart. But it made them into more, like, lovable characters. Same thing with, the little girl. Forget her name. When she died. I cried a lot. That guy from Cough, the Warden, yeah, he's gross. He and the Commandant are good for each other. They're both disgusting human beings. Yeah, honestly, I feel really bad for all of the characters in this book, because nothing goes well for any of them. All of them land in kind of a worse place than they were before. Granted, Leia gets her brother Darren. He's no longer being tortured, but his mental state is madly messed up, and she has to deal with him, who's been in a coma for a while, and has to deal with the person that she's, like, kind of in love with, Elias, who's, like, the soul catcher, so he's, like, he's the Hades of this world. She has to deal with, like, Helene, who's been hunting her non-stop forever. Her people are still being killed. Granted, she got the people out of Cough, but still, like, it's not a good situation for her. It's not at all. But, like, I'm just really excited for the next book, because I don't know how Sabah is going to end this series. This is her first ever series. Like, she's phenomenal. I love her. But I need to know how she ends something, because I just don't want it to be sad for everyone. Granted, I don't want a happily ever after. Happily ever afters in these kind of books where, like, everything is going, like, shit for them, are kind of like, oh, here, I'll give this to you. It's, like, it's really annoying to me. But, so, those are my thoughts for A Torch Against the Night by Sabah Tahir. That's about it for this video. thank you guys for watching. If you want to follow me on other social media, I'm mainly at dsbookie on Twitter, Instagram, here, and I think on Goodreads you can find me by dsbookie. I have new blog posts coming up every Tuesday at dsbookie.blogspot.com. Yeah, if you like this video, give it a like and down below, and if you can, please hit subscribe. It would mean the world to me. If you want to check out some of my other videos, you can check out my last one here in this lovely rectangle that's over here, and then my entire channel is going to have a few other videos on here. I am trying to post every Thursday, so I will see you guys next week. And comment anything you want to down below, and I will see you guys later. Bye!